Greetings and welcome back to the World Numismatic News' Gold Coin Varieties You Should Know, Episode 3. And we kick off today's video with a very minor, but all the same very interesting variety found on the 1883 Liberty Head Gold Eagle. Although, on a side note, I do still prefer to call this particular design the coronet head design, as it is, at least in my opinion, more descriptive. But Liberty Head does seem to be becoming more pervasive overall. Anyway, back to why we're all here. This is a repunched date variety, so naturally the place of interest is towards the date. If you examine the denticles just below the number 3 of the date, you will soon see what may appear as an additional half denticle of sorts, but what this is in fact the remains of an additional 3. Now this is actually a fairly interesting case, as the mintage for the Gold Eagle at San Francisco in 1883 was fairly small at only 38,000 coins. So it is possible that only a single of this die was used in the production of the Eagle for that year. So what that means is that probably every 83S Eagle has this particular feature. So does that mean that it's still a variety, or would that simply make it a die mark of sorts? Let me know what you say in the comment section below. Now, in 2020 though, an MS63 graded example was sold at auction in a PCGS slab with a grade of MS63 for $7,200. Staying with the coronet head design for now, but moving down to the half eagle instead, the 1901 S gold coin has an interesting variety that certainly deserves further study. The coin in question is a repunched mintmark variety. Now, on this coin, the S mintmark appears to have been struck over a smaller S punch. Depending on the die state of the coin you may encounter, you can identify various features of the initial S underneath the final placement, including the lower curl of the letter inside the lower cavity of the S mintmark, along with the corresponding serif, making the serif of the S mintmark appear far larger and cumbersome than it would normally be. In some coins of this description, you can also see a small spike of sorts towards the north of this position as well. In 2015, an NGC graded MS66 Plus example of this variety, despite not being denoted as such on the NGC label, was sold at auction for $4,230. Then let's shift our attention from there to the ever-popular St. Gaudens Double Eagle, as we see another repunched mintmark variety on the 1911 D issue for this series. This is a very clear variety, as both the initial D impression as well as the final D mintmark are both very clearly struck, with the final placement due west of the initial D. As a result, the rounding of the D is very nicely doubled, quite clearly on this coin. During 2019, a PCGS graded MS66 Plus example of this particular variety was sold at auction for the sum of $25,850. Placing it at quite an attractive premium over the base coin, which can expect to sell for at least half as much, or perhaps maybe even a third of that amount in a similar grade. Subscribe to WNN and activate notifications with the bell icon to make sure that you don't miss any future videos. For the World Numismatic News, I'm Numisman saying thank you for watching, stay safe, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.